Going back to you and the things that push you in the world, your mentality, are you driven by proving people wrong? Does that matter to you?
Yeah, strangely enough, yeah, it matters more than most things for me.
In what way? Because your background was you came from a mechanic, didn't you? And you built that up.
If someone says, I hear it all the time, like, and I've heard it so many times over 20 years. Oh, he won't win anything else now. He's finished. He's done. Blah blah blah. And as soon as I hear that, and if it strikes me in the right place, I'll go out of my way. Then I become hell bent on doing something again. And you know, maybe that does affect my moods and the way I walk into tournaments, because stuff can change on literally like that. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
Would you say? Because I mean, I suppose a question that follows on from
probably in an unhealthy way.
For me, it's the same. You know, I made a lot of money and I lost a lot of money, and I was in great positions in life, and it was never about the money. It was always about being better than the other guy, and I suspect some of it was also about being able to prove myself in every aspect. If you're going to do something, Cassius Clay, talking about Muhammad Ali, said, if I'm going to be a road sweeper, I'm going to be the best fucking road sweeper that there ever was. And for me, it's about being that. In everything I do, if I do broadcasting, I want to be the best. I want to be the very strongest at it. Not that you're seeing any example of that here, but notwithstanding that, we can but try, can't we? What motivates? I mean, I suppose it's a motivation, isn't it? I mean, I suppose by the very nature of proving somebody wrong, is that something that motivates you both in your darts and in your life? Because there's two parts to your life. There's your dart player, and there's James Wade, the bloke.
It all goes back to being that little boy at school that doesn't fit in and tries his best to fit in with everyone, and he gets probably a hard time and bullied a bit. And then when I hear someone tell me I can't do something, I think I can.
Yeah.
And if I can get that, if I get that bit between my teeth, then I know I'll win another major. I know I can win another major within the next 12 months if I do things right, you know. And if I want to be there and I need to be there in my mind, I talk in riddles, I know. But
no, that's a fair comment.
But no, and I do. I just go back to that little boy that was told what he couldn't do and what he could do. And I when people tell me, oh, he can't win another time, if I get in that right mood, I know I will, and I know I do, and I've done that for 20 years. So I don't see it changing anytime.
Do you see yourself retiring from darts?
Yeah, definitely.
Soon enough.
How soon? I don't know.
Can you imagine life outside of darts?
Yes. Definitely.
Let me give you a quote. I'm going to go.
But I think I'd miss darts. I believe I'd miss darts.
I think you probably would.
It's my life, isn't it, darts?
Well, I remember saying to, you won't know him because you don't follow football, but David Bentley, who was once upon a time a top footballer in this country, or so he thought, and at 28 years of age, he was an Arsenal player, it didn't count, did it? And a Spurs player. But I remember bumping into him in Spain, and I was sat around some friend's house, and he was standing at the bar, and he said to me, I'm going to pack it in. And I said, 28 years of age, pack it in. Obviously, they made a lot of money in football.
Still not started,
and you haven't started, and you're gonna have a long time. What you feel now, once you've packed it in, you're gonna have a long time not to be able to do it. I suppose at darts it's slightly different because he had a physical limitation that ultimately he can't play top class football probably past his mid-30s.
Yeah.
Can you still play top class darts going into your 40s, into your 50s? Well, Phil Taylor did, didn't he?
Well, there's a stat saying the stat is actually players get to their best, start winning tournaments and get to their best at 43. So I've not started. Is that right? Yeah, so I've not started yet. Oh, but I mean, back to the 28, you've not even gone for any hard times or any hardship of playing.
But that might be money, mightn't it? It might be he made so much bleeding money that he didn't actually care till the motivation's gone.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it struck the point I was making, rather than talking about his age, was that he hadn't even really begun.
No.
And and by the statistic you've just given me, at 39, you're coming into your pomp at 43.
Yeah.
Then you haven't begun, and you want a world championship, don't you?
Yeah, I do. You know, I always used to think it didn't bother me. And does it bother me that it does bother me because I'm talking about it. So, yeah, I do want one. I do deserve one.
Hold on. Why do you deserve one? No one deserves anything. You get what you deserve.
Why do I deserve one? I know I do deserve one. Unfortunately, I had a mishap in one of the World Championships that I chose friendship over what benefited me to move on to the final, and there's no question of doubt I would have beat the person in the final. Me and Adrian Lewis, I was 4-0 up first to 5 sets, and there was wind on the stage, and I had the choice whether to come off or just play through, and I would have won the next set easily because his head was gone. But I did the gentlemanly thing and walk off and come back, and I believe that was my easy one to win. So do I deserve it? No, but would I have won it if I wouldn't have been soft.
But you haven't as yet. I mean,
No.
I'm not going to go with you on this because I like you, but I'm not going to go with that perspective that you deserve one. Because in life, I think you get what you deserve, good and bad.
Yeah.
You've had opportunities, as you've just described,
Yes.
and you've been in a variety of semi-finals.
That was a very
bold... But why can't you get over the line? In your mind's eye, illness, the challenges that you've got to carry around with you?
I think one of the big things is it's a long time for me to keep a good mindset.
Right.
It's a bloody long time for me, 3 weeks to stay straight and keep upbeat. And secondly, the venue, every time I get to the venue, it just doesn't feel that exciting for me. I don't feel...
What, a world championship?
Doesn't matter.
But you want one.
Doesn't matter about the world, what's there at stake. Right. It's the venue. It doesn't hold... I mean, lots of players say it holds the best atmosphere. For me, I think the best atmosphere in any darts venue is Winter Gardens, Blackpool.
Right.
Because it's close, it's intimate, you can feel the pressure. When I go to Alexandra Palace, it feels a little bit cold to me, you know? It's just... Some venues feel great
I feel
for some
bloody
people.
warm when you got that trophy in your hand and a great big frigging check, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would feel warm, I guess. But no, it's just, you know, you can't falsify things. You can't. You know, if it's one of your light venues, it's one of your light venues. If it's not, it's not. And you have drivers that have certain tracks that they love and do well at, and some that they don't. And you have players that play at certain venues that play well, and certain venues they don't. And for me, I still haven't cracked it. I mean,
but you want it though, don't you?
Of course I do.
So with that in mind,
I'm just trying
so what people need to do with you, everyone needs to run up to you and tell you that you don't deserve to win it.
They do.
You don't deserve to win it. You're never going to win it. And with your logic, you're going to go and prove them wrong.
Possibly.
So you want to get everyone around you saying, James, you're shit.
They do.
You don't deserve to win this world title.